It's a very interesting journey. I want to go to autism for a moment. When did your parents discover that you were part of the autistic collective, shall we say?
So when I was diagnosed, and it was discovered to me, based on my parents' answers during the case studies of this group of psychology major, because I was their case study subject. I heard that I was diagnosed as having this mild behavior problem, and my mom was so clueless about it at first. So when my mom came to this pediatrician named Dr. Alexis Reyes, it was classified as that I have this order, and Dr. Alexis Reyes became my child pediatrician when I was a kid. So I was on assessments of let's say gross motors and evaluations, and my mom was being recommended by Dr. Alexis Reyes to study in a special school in Parañaque, where the cost of the session for me is 1,000 pesos per day. It's 1 pesos per day. So you cannot really afford that cash every day, especially when you have the siblings with you. Siblings who are also studying, and you also studied, and for the basic needs. So my parents were disagree on that plan to study in the school where the high cost is there. So my mom sorry, I'm stuttering. Yeah. So my mom goes to another doctor from a political family, the Binay family. Her name was Doctora Elenita Binay, who introduced behavioral management for autistic children, in which I studied there since 2001 to 2006, in which was the year of the bankruptcy of the special school. And to ask me, that special school was directed by an American Indian Shanti Kilduff, who just passed away in 2012. And I really paid respect a lot to her, because she's very supportive to me, very, very respectful to me, very happy for my future, and
wow,
it's a challenge for me to.
How old were you when you were discovered to be on the autistic spectrum?
I just realized that I have this autistic in high school.
Oh, when you were in high school.
Yes.
So whether you talked about behaviors, perhaps you could share for our listener what sort of behaviors people were looking at. What were you doing that made people think it was not typical?
So as a kid, of course, we do not feel everything. We're so, we feel numb, but at the point that you have the knowledge that you have this condition, you are already in the state of, I realize I have this condition, in which I experienced that when I was not in high school, but in grade school when I graduated. I was in the 6th grade. So before I experienced the knowledge that I have this autism, I undergo such struggles in life that I was almost kicked out in a elementary school for being autistic. And my mom really fought hard for it. My mom fought hard a lot to stop discrimination, to stop judgment on me, especially of this autism. And when I was in the first grade, I became very rebellious, and I was asked again, or my mom was asked that I have to be kicked out again. She fought with the principal this time. So after years that I showcased my talent in singing, which was in grade 3, I already gained fans from the whole school campus. So the principal has no plans anymore to kick me out in the school. So I was already maintained in school. If you ask me what school I studied that time, it was St. Mary's Academy of Santa Ana, Manila. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Well, so how did you feel when they weren't treating you well?
I don't expect them to feel to do that, but it's in their personality. After they saw me in my singing talent, they realized that I'm being respected already. From being bullied, I am now being respected, and in which I can see the changing their impression on me.